They won't warn you before they betray you. They'll smile, shake your hand, and wait for the right moment to strike. And the moment you look vulnerable, they move. In this world, perception is deadlier than reality. You don't have to be broken for them to destroy you. You just have to look breakable. Machiavelli didn't survive by being strong. He survived by appearing untouchable. If you want power, you must learn this. Never bleed in front of wolves. Even if you're dying, make them believe you're ready to kill. They don't attack you because you're weak. They attack you because you look weak. Machiavelli didn't warn you about enemies. He warned you about appearing soft. If you want to be untouchable, the first step is to kill the illusion of vulnerability. The world doesn't care how much you're hurting, only how you present yourself. You might be bleeding internally, but if they can see it, they will exploit it. Machiavelli said, "Everyone sees what you appear to be. Few experience what you really are." That means perception is everything. You must master the image of strength, even when you're broken inside. Never show public struggle. No crying on social media. No complaining to people who don't need to know. Suffer in silence, because every time you show weakness, someone is watching and calculating. Next, speak less, observe more. The more you talk, the more weapons you hand your enemies. If no one knows what you're thinking, they fear what you might do. Unpredictability is power. Silence is a strategy. Machiavelli believed those who survive aren't necessarily the strongest, but those who cannot be read. Strip emotion from your decision-making. Emotional people are easy to trap. They make impulsive decisions, beg for forgiveness, and regret their actions later. Not you. Your goal is to replace "how do I feel" with "what does this achieve?" Being good won't protect you. Being strategic will. Let go of your need to be liked. If you're focused on approval, you are easily manipulated. Machiavelli famously said, "It is better to be feared than loved." If you cannot be both, make people respect your presence, not crave your attention. When they fear disappointing you, they obey. When they love you too much, they use you. Finally, cut off anyone who wants too much access. Access is control. The more people can reach you, the more they study your patterns, your emotions, your weaknesses. Control access like a fortress controls its gates. Be friendly but distant, present but elusive. Let them see your shadow more than your face. The untouchable are not overexposed. They are legends. The illusion of vulnerability is an invitation for others to destroy you. If they believe you can be hurt, they will try. But if you destroy that illusion, if you become a mirror they can't read, a storm they can't predict, they will think twice. And thinking twice is all you need to win. Power isn't about truth, it's about perception. Machiavelli understood that people are too lazy to look beneath the surface. So the surface is what you control. If you want to be untouchable, you must master the image you present to the world. Your reality doesn't matter, only what they think is real. Control how they see you, and you control how they treat you. Most people expose themselves. They overshare, they explain. They defend, they seek sympathy. That's weakness. You don't owe anyone your truth. You owe yourself the advantage. Begin by crafting your identity like a weapon. Be seen only how you want to be seen. If you want to be respected, appear cold and competent. If you want to be feared, let your silence feel like a threat. Every movement, every word, every expression must serve a purpose. Reveal nothing unnecessary. Your power comes from being unreadable. Once people figure you out, they begin to map your weaknesses, test your limits, and challenge your control. Never let them see the full picture. Always leave something unknown. Let them guess, let them doubt. Let them whisper about what you might do next. Fear grows in silence and shadows. Machiavelli warned that people are manipulated by appearances more than facts. So use that to your advantage. If you are struggling, appear calm. If you are unsure, act decisive. If you're planning revenge, smile like a friend. Master the art of deception, not because you want to hurt others, but because you refuse to let them hurt you. In a world where perception defines status, reality becomes irrelevant. You can be strong and still be treated like a joke if your image is weak, and you can be hollow inside, but be feared like a god if your image is ruthless. Untouchable people do not beg to be seen for who they truly are. They craft the version of themselves that cannot be challenged. They design their persona like a shield, one that reflects intimidation, not desperation, your posture, your words, your presence. It all must be intentional. There is no room for accident. From this point forward, you must understand that everything you do sends a message. So choose every signal with purpose. When you enter a room, enter like a threat. When you speak, speak like a consequence. When you're silent, let the silence burn like warning. You are no longer just a person. You are a presence. And presence is what makes people hesitate. Perception is the leash or the sword. Control it and you will not be touched. Lose control of it and you'll be everyone's target. So build your image like a fortress. Hide your weaknesses behind silence. Hide your intentions behind confidence. And make sure that every version of you they see terrifies them enough to never test the real one. Loyalty is a beautiful word until you realize it's used to control you. Machiavelli knew that loyalty is rarely pure. It's transactional. People are loyal to their interests, not to you. The moment your value drops, their loyalty vanishes. If you want to be untouchable, erase the illusion that loyalty protects you. It doesn't. Power protects you. Stop building emotional bonds and start building leverage. Leverage keeps people in line. If someone respects you only because they like you, they'll betray you the moment they don't. But if they respect you because they need you or fear the consequences of crossing you, they'll stay loyal even if they hate your guts. That's the truth no one wants to admit. Power makes people behave. Don't be fooled by kind words or long friendships. Many people are just waiting for the right opportunity to benefit from your downfall. So stay 10 steps ahead. Keep control of what others need. Make yourself indispensable or dangerous. You must be the one who holds the rope, not the one dangling from it. Trusting others not to let go. Machiavelli didn't trust loyalty. He trusted power dynamics. Keep people close, but always maintain the upper hand. Give just enough to make them depend on you, but never enough to make you dependent on them. If someone does you a favor, repay them with strength, not weakness. Never grovel, never owe too much. Always maintain the ability to walk away, because the person who can leave is the one in control. Emotional attachment is the enemy of strategy. You can love people, but never let love blind you. Be observant. The most dangerous people are not your enemies. They are the ones who pretend to be allies while waiting for your guard to drop. The untouchable build alliances, not friendships. They understand that even the closest bond can be broken by ambition, jealousy, or fear, so they prepare. They don't make promises they can't break. They don't believe in forever. They believe in timing, control, and options, and that mindset keeps them undefeated. Loyalty is a weakness if it's blind. Let others swear their allegiance. Let them say they'll never turn on you. Smile, nod, but prepare for the day they will, because when that day comes, you won't beg, you won't cry. You'll already have their replacement in place. You'll already have the upper hand. And that's what makes you untouchable. Not who's loyal to you, but how well you've secured your position, even when they're not. Hesitation is a luxury the powerful cannot afford. Emotion is the weapon your enemies want you to use. Because once you start feeling, you stop thinking. Machiavelli understood this long before psychology gave it names. He didn't romanticize revenge. He strategized it. He didn't act out of anger. He acted out of necessity. That is how the untouchable rise. They strike only when the strike guarantees control. If you let anger drive you, you will miss. You will overreact. You will be exposed. But if you detach, if you become cold, surgical, and calculating, every move becomes a step toward dominance. The untouchable are not heartless. They are focused. You must learn to override your emotions, not suppress them entirely, but command them like tools. Let anger fuel preparation, not outbursts. Let betrayal inspire silence and strategy, not tears or threats. Your enemy must never know how much it affected you. If they believe they shook you, they already won. But if they hit you and you don't flinch, if you respond with calm precision, they begin to doubt their power. That doubt becomes your weapon. You must become the type of person who can smile at someone's throat while planning how to crush it behind closed doors. Not because you enjoy cruelty, but because mercy is wasted on those who try to destroy you. When you strike, strike in a way that leaves no opportunity for retaliation. Half measures are an invitation for future wars. When it's time to move, you don't ask questions. You don't warn, you end the threat. Burn the bridge. Remove the piece from the board. Your enemies must fear what you'll do, not hope for how you'll forgive. That doesn't mean public violence. It means psychological dominance, economic destruction, social isolation, reputation ruin. Silence their voice, break their influence, make it impossible for them to stand again without crawling. That's not cruelty. It's survival in a world where weakness invites slaughter. The untouchable don't play fair. They play to end the game. If someone tries to sabotage you, destroy the hand they used. If they lie about you, make the truth louder and uglier for them. If they try to steal your opportunity, take everything they hope to gain and crush it under your progress. This isn't about pettiness. This is about finality. Emotional people go back and forth, unsure if they're doing the right thing. The untouchable don't flinch. They know that if the enemy is not neutralized, they will return stronger, so they remove the option. Machiavelli said a ruler must know how to be both beast and man. The beast strikes without fear. The man calculates when and where to strike. Together, they create the perfect weapon. A mind that plans and a presence that dominates. That's who you must become. Calm, emotionless, lethal. Never act in the heat of the moment. Wait, observe, plan. Then move with no emotion. No drama, just results. The ones who play victim will try to make you feel guilty. Don't fall for it. Guilt is a tactic to disarm you. Your only responsibility is to your own position. If they wanted mercy, they shouldn't have started the war. If they regret what they did, let that regret rot them from the inside. You don't exist to fix their conscience. You exist to maintain your dominance. That's not arrogance. That's self-preservation. Don't explain your actions. Don't announce your strategy. Execute silently. The best strikes are the ones that come with no warning and leave no trace. When you act, act completely, emotionless, precise, and then walk away like nothing happened. Let the world wonder how it fell apart. Let your enemies sit in the silence of your aftermath. That silence is louder than any scream. The untouchable don't seek approval for their decisions. They don't justify. They don't defend. They don't whine. They eliminate problems and move forward. That's what it means to be a strategist, not a servant of emotion. You don't get attached to outcomes. You don't chase revenge to feel better. You chase victory to secure power. Every act of retaliation is just a move in a larger game. And if that game ends with your enemy powerless, your reputation untouchable, and your mind clear, you've won. And you did it without breaking, without folding, without ever letting them know how close they came to touching your throne. They tried, they failed, you remained. Because while they played with feelings, you played for keeps. To become untouchable, you must disappear in plain sight. Power is safest when it's invisible. The most dangerous person in the room is never the one who speaks loudest or stands in the spotlight. It's the one observing quietly, controlling the room without saying a word. Machiavelli understood this. Once they know you're in control, they start planning how to take it from you. But if you rule from the shadows, they won't even know who to strike. Visibility invites envy. Attention invites sabotage. Influence without exposure is invincibility. Your strength should never be on display. It should be suspected, whispered about, never confirmed. The untouchable understand that the more people look at you, the more they prepare for your downfall. But when you're hidden, you can't be targeted. You're the wind, not the storm. The hand behind the throne, not the face on the banner. The key to ultimate power is control without credit. Let others wear the crown while you own the kingdom. Let them fight over titles and applause while you quietly direct outcomes. This is how you stay undefeated, by being everywhere and nowhere at the same time. You must learn to influence people without owning them, guide situations without getting tied to them, win battles without even showing your presence. Let others feel like they're in control. Feed their ego. Let them think they're leading while you shape the path. The more they believe they're independent, the more they serve your interest unknowingly. That's not manipulation, it's mastery. And mastery is the mark of the untouchable. Stop trying to prove your worth. Stop broadcasting your strength. The most powerful moves are the ones no one sees. Your enemy can't block a punch they don't know is coming. When you're invisible, you're unpredictable. When you're unpredictable, you're unstoppable. Silence is your weapon. Mystery is your shield. Influence from the shadows makes people trust you more. Because you're not threatening their ego. They'll confide in you, they'll rely on you, and they won't realize that every step they take is one you've placed for them. The moment people start watching you too closely, you become vulnerable. Your patterns become readable. Your image becomes a target, so pull back. Detach from the need to be seen, praised, or validated. Your identity should be a mask. Your intentions unreadable. The more unpredictable you become, the more chaotic your enemies become. They start guessing, and guessing leads to mistakes. They will chase shadows, fight phantoms, while you remain still calm, in control. The untouchable don't just win, they make others fall apart trying to understand how they win. You're not here to impress, you're here to orchestrate. Let others have the spotlight. Let them burn under its heat. You remain in the dark, cool, calculating. When others rise too fast and too bright, they draw fire, but you stay low, building a foundation no one can shake. Let your name be forgotten. Let your face be unknown, but let your impact be undeniable. Let every victory be credited to someone else. As long as you control the board, be the strategist who never plays all his cards. Be the master who never reveals his full arsenal. Appear weak when you're strong. Appear disinterested when you're invested. Be underestimated until it's too late. That's how you dominate. Machiavelli wrote that it is better to be feared than loved, but it is best to be neither and still control both. If this video gave you a wake-up call, don't just scroll past, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a lesson that could change everything. This is more than content. It's strategy for the mind, power for the soul, and armor for the world that wants to break you. Every week, we drop raw, unfiltered truths that sharpen your mindset and make you untouchable. If you're serious about rising above the noise, this is where it starts. Stay ahead. Stay dangerous. Stay untouchable. Hit that button, because the next move is always yours.